All right, let's check out old Cream Puff here. Paid a lot of money for this car, as you're about to find out. 04 325i. She's got the dual purpose driver's side window, and the dual purpose is number one, weight reduction, because windows are heavy. Number two, the heating and air doesn't seem to work, and I haven't really got into figuring anything out about this, but you can see some of the leftover damage there. So she's got that going on for her, and she's got a really nice radio. This is what I call the Craigslist angle. Let me get right here. Yeah, because you can see them dubs hanging out. 18-inch wheels. And when you want a good Milani 18-inch wheel, you want at least 3. And that's what we got there. There's no spare in the car, but there is a spare because, well, there she is. She's got some more weight reduction on the front. Got a little trim missing. Got a little headlight breakage. Those grills, if you want them, you can have them. You just pull on them, they'll come out. Funny story about this car. So I got my mom to go with me to get the car, and the guy's like, you know, I may have to jump it off or whatever. So okay, cool. So we get there, and no power, no nothing. So we jump it off, and it runs. I was like, all right, well, I'll just take my chance at driving it home. So what happened there is I drive it home, and it gets there. Let's see, trunk wants to work today. I get it home, almost in the carport, it dies, so I leave it there. And later on in the afternoon, I jump it off again and crank it up, and the trunk decides it wants to work. There was a key broken off, but you couldn't turn it. I couldn't even get the key out at the time. So the trunk opens, and I'm like, all right, sweet, let's see what's in here. You know, contraband, something cool. And nothing cool in there. But if you'll notice, there's a battery. And that's a battery that I put in there, because while this thing was sitting in my carport running, those two dudes, that positive and that negative, were just happy to be there, just hanging out waiting on the old battery to be there. So she didn't have no battery at all. It's also got some cool modifications. The car is not stock at all. She's got some misfire, which means she's missing far. Here's the airbox. And if you know anything about these big old 2.5 liters, which, by the way, if you're looking for more horsepower and unable to find it, it's because there's only a finite amount of horsepower available on planet Earth, and a lot of it is hidden right here, so you can't have it. But if you're familiar with these motors, engines, you know that there's supposed to be one of them things that a lot of my customers call a massive airflow meter, and there is not. So we'll have to buy us up one of those and figure out where the plug-in is for that massive airflow meter, because she ain't got one. Custom headlight work there, custom headlight work here, and I'm assuming there's been a lot of drywall work done on this car, because it looks like some kind of home whatever, I don't know. She leaks coolant, and I'm assuming that the drywall work was done here, because this tank is removable. It looks like it's part of the radiator, if you're from up north, the radiator. But I'm going to say she's got a leak in her, and that's where my cooling leak is coming from, and that's probably why she wants to run hot and then run cool and then run hot and then run cool like a thermostat issue, is because she's got a leak. So we'll see what all comes out of it. Got a great radio, by the way, I will say that. CD player works. Heat and air, not so much. Transmission does kind of whatever it wants to, and whenever it wants to, and she has no power whatsoever. Should be fun. If nothing else, as you can see, the grass needs to be mowed, so I will pull this thing outside once I put a window in it, and that'll be a little less portion of grass that I have to mow, and that'll save on fuel costs while operating the lawnmower.